Chicago, here's what's popping. This is what's popping. People from all over the nation have come together to declare that it is a new day. Gina, whichever name you want to say, Gina, no more. Somebody say, Gina, no more. More than 45 years ago, my father made a very prophetic pronouncement when he said that one of the tragedies of human history is that the people of darkness are often more determined and zealous than the people of light. But I have a confession to make today. My daddy was indeed a prophet. But today I believe there's a dawning of a new day, and in this instance, we've proven the prophet wrong because the children of light are determined and zealous to ensure that there will be justice and equality, not just in Gina, Louisiana, but all over this nation. Because this day, we are declaring that we are determined that the legacy of the movement will be preserved. The legacy of the movement will be protected. The legacy of the movement will be guarded. And I'm happy to be here today, and I'm elated by so many of the young people that are here. And it's already been said, I want to give this charge because the reality is that this is no accident. There are no coincidences. This just ain't something that we thought about and put together. This is a God-ordained moment. And when God ordains a moment like he ordained back December 1st, 1955, it means that some people have caught a hold of a vision that goes beyond a moment and goes beyond a day. And so today, this is a very defining time because young people have come together, Reverend Al, with the older generation. We've come together to declare that we're going to stand together from this day forward, and we will not allow anything like this to ever happen again on our watch. Now hear what I said. I said on our watch, because we will be determined as the children of light to now be watch persons on the wall. See, there's no more excuse for anybody who's here today. It was a divine setup. God called you here today to commission you, to sanctify you, and to ordain you a prophet to this nation. So when you go back to your cities, and when you go back to your states, and when you go back to your neighborhoods, and when you go back to your communities, you have now been ordained to stand up and speak up and be the watch person in the territory that God has placed you in. Because the reality is, there's only one Reverend Al Sharpton. There's only one Michael Baisden. There's only one Martin Luther King III. But whenever the people of consciousness ever get together and realize that we all, in essence, can be a king because God has ordained us to walk in authority, to speak to the atmosphere, to speak to the issues, to speak to the injustices, things have to shift and things have to turn around. I was saying something recently on the hip-hop station, and I want to deposit it here, and I'm out. I said that when we show up in Gina, it's kind of like the Joshua generation. When they were getting ready to cross over the Jordan and go into the promised land, God spoke these words to Joshua. He said, everywhere that the soles of your feet touch upon, that territory is yours. Well, we showed up in Gina, Louisiana, and in fact, even in Alexandria, Louisiana, to claim this territory for justice, and claim this territory for freedom, and claim this territory for the kingdom of God, because the kings have shown up, and when the kings show up, they show up with the kingdom, and when the kingdom comes in order, that means